Hey my loves, welcome to my podcast or welcome back to my podcast. My name is Kat and I'm the creator of this podcast, which is called Finding Kat. This is episode number 14 and this episode is actually brought to you by my free workbook, which is called New Year, New Intentions. And this workbook is an interactive downloadable workbook designed to help you create the intentions for the new year and keep you on track monthly, weekly, and daily when it comes to creating the life you desire. So if you want to create a roadmap to success this new year, you can click the link in my bio to subscribe and enjoy your workbook. So today's episode is low-key a rant talking about limiting beliefs and why we just need to stop. But I do mention 4 key little steps that help me when it comes to limiting beliefs. So I read this book called The 4 Agreements, and the first agreement is to be impeccable with your word, aka using your words for love and not using your words for bad. And we need to stop thinking that we're not good enough. We need to stop thinking that we can't do it. We need to stop thinking all this bad. Why are we so quick to hate on ourselves? And why are we so quick to always punish ourselves? Let me go back to 2019. I know, so long ago, right? The thoughts I had about myself in the beginning of high school and out of high school, 2018, 2019, were some of the worst thoughts I have ever thought of myself. I really thought that I couldn't do it. I really thought that I was complete shit. If we keep believing that we can't do it, we won't do it. Of course, we can have haters. We have people who think we can't do it, and that's okay. Let them think what they want to think. But why the hell are we thinking that about ourselves? And why are we sitting here bringing ourselves down? Like, we're all supposed to take care of ourselves because that's where it starts. It starts with us looking in the mirror being like, you're this, you're that, and then putting out our own insecurities upon other people. And that is when we start bringing other people into our shit and we start hurting them. Like, when you call yourself ugly, right, it brings you down because you're saying it to yourself. So you're literally saying, like, everything that they say about me is true. Because we don't just come up into the world being like, we're ugly, we're stupid. We get that put onto ourselves. If someone that you feel like you can trust calls you something, right, you're gonna think of it like, if someone were to call me ugly right now, right, I would not give a crap. But if my boyfriend were to call me ugly right now, that would hurt. So we grow into that. We literally grow into being tough on ourselves. I remember as a kid, right, I went to give my favorite teacher a hug, right? I don't know what happened, but I ended up spilling her water all over her. And she made me put my nose on the wall. And she screamed at me in front of everyone too. And I just wanted to give her a hug, bro. And being in that situation, I was talking to myself like, you up, you suck, you need to put 2 tally marks. This is me talking to myself at 6 years old, is me telling myself I suck. And there's still people who think that they're not good at anything. There's still people who are scared to do what they want to do because they're afraid. There's still people who think that they're not strong enough to leave an unhealthy relationship. There's still people who think they can't leave their job because they have nothing else. There's people who don't trust in themselves, and it shows. You don't want to live a miserable life, and living a life where you speak ill about yourself is just miserable, and where you speak ill about others is miserable. It really is. It's a hell. It's hell. To be honest, I know. I'm gonna speak about a family member. This family member is so negative, and it radiates upon them, and they are older, much older, than me, and they're always negative. And it hurts knowing that person is low-key living a hell inside their mind. They're like literally living in hell, because if they sit here and they talk shit about everyone else, I'm so sure that they talk shit about themselves. And it really hurts knowing that someone doesn't know their true value. It really sucks. Because being a person on the outside, you want, like, personally, I want everyone to be happy. I want everyone to feel great about themselves. I want everyone to feel good. And that's why I'm pushing this. But there's times where people just hate themselves. And you grow up with it. And you really wish that you could do something. You wish you could take away their pain. But you can't control others. You can't control what others do. They can only control themselves. And that is why I'm sitting here and saying that you need to cut that out. You need to cut those limiting beliefs out. You need to cut that that makes you feel like you're not good enough. You're good enough, you're great, you're amazing, you're beautiful. No matter what, like literally you have to be your biggest fan. Like no one is ever gonna be your biggest fan more than yourself. Like you need to root for yourself. You need to trust in yourself. Because if you don't trust in yourself, then no one else is going to trust in you. I remember when I used to take tests in high school, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to fail anyway, it doesn't matter. I would have such a negative outlook upon life, and that didn't help me. It didn't help me at all. Of course, I didn't like school, so to be honest, I was being very realistic in the point where I said I was going to fail it, but like, it would come to a point where it's like, I'm not even going to study because I already know I'm going to fail, and I wouldn't even try because I knew I couldn't do it. It was setting myself up for failure. The fact that people deal with these thoughts every single day killed me. The fact that I know that there's 6-year-olds and there's 5-year-olds right now thinking that they're a piece of shit. The fact that I know that because I've been there is so heartbreaking. The fact to know that there are 80, 90, 70, 60, 50-year-olds who still talk to themselves horribly or in unhealthy relationships or hate their life. I wish I could do more. I really do. But I personally can't do more than what you want to do for yourself. And that's the truth. So 4 little steps on how to deal with limiting beliefs. Talk back to your limiting belief. A cute way to talk back to it is like drawing a little trash can, right? And writing all your limiting beliefs. So writing, oh, you can't do it, you suck, you'll never do this, you'll never do that, you'll never, like put all that there, and you're gonna write them into positive beliefs. So I am ugly. You write that in the little trash can because that's where it belongs. And then write I'm ugly in the trash can. And then write I am beautiful. I am powerful. I am beautiful on the inside and it radiates out. But like write good beliefs about yourself and really keep it. So what you're gonna do when you do that, right? This is another point, but leave nice little notes around for yourself. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna really, like, in a way, dive deep into your insecurities by writing out all your limiting beliefs. Anything thinking bad about yourself is a limiting belief. Create better beliefs and then write those better beliefs on a sticky note and stick them around. Stick them where you're gonna see them. So if you sat here and said you're ugly, and then you say you are beautiful from the inside out, right? You put that sticky note on your mirror, or you put it on multiple mirrors, and you write those little beliefs and you keep them around and you read them and you look at them. And when you look at yourself in the mirror, if you're prone to talking to yourself horribly, having those sticky notes there, then you can read you are beautiful, you are amazing, you are this, you are that. And all those limiting beliefs you were believing right there, it just switched it. My second thing that I just thought of before I lose it, because I thought I was going to lose it, was take all the limiting beliefs you have about yourself, write it on little pieces of paper, different pieces of paper, and burn that. Burning is such a nice feeling, especially when it's stuff you need to let go. And take sage and cleanse yourself and tell yourself, okay, my intentions for this cleansing is to remove whatever is not serving me. So my thoughts that are not serving me, let go. My actions that are not serving me, let go. Like create that sacred space and really let go of those limiting beliefs and know that you are so much more than what you believe about yourself. You're so much more. You can do so much more. You are amazing. Really keep that into your head. Listen to motivational things. I think listening to motivational things and motivational people are very helpful because they really push you. So if you feel a little bit conscious about your body or about your work or about yourself, look into those videos. Listen to videos when you wake up. A lot of stuff comes from what you are doing in your work, right? So to put it in the simplest form, if you listen to lower energy stuff or shit that brings you down, you're gonna be brought down. Your energy is gonna be brought down. But if you are raising your energy, raising your vibrations, getting happy, feeling good, you're gonna feel overall good. And that's how I want you to feel every single day. So that was my little rant, and those were my little steps. But please know that you are where the change starts. You can do it. Whatever you are thinking right now that you can't do, you can do. What is the worst that can happen? Literally write down the worst that can happen and really think, can this happen? You know what? I have another point. Find people who are in your situation or who have been in your situation. So if you have dealt with anything at all throughout your life, if it's abuse, eating disorders, self-harm, anything, look for groups and look for people who will be there for you and who will help you and who want the best for you. Because you deserve it. You really do. You are an amazing person. You can do whatever you put your mind to. And I fucking believe in you. Okay? I believe in you 110%. But you need to believe in yourself 110+%. You need to believe in yourself more. You need to. Because I can believe in you, but if you don't believe in you, then you're not going to do it. So believe in yourself. Really trust yourself because you got this. So, to wrap it all up, I'm super grateful for you listening to this episode and to future episodes. I hope to help you resolve those everyday burdens by helping you unify your mind, body, and spirit to reach true well-being. Remember to subscribe, like, and comment if you love my energy and if I helped you in any way, shape, or form, because I would love to know. And always remember, you got this. You are amazing. Those limiting beliefs, and I will see you in the next episode. See you soon.